Welcome guys, so this is Ayush. So we are at lecture number 7 of Mechanics of Material course. In this lecture we will see questions on buckling. So the first question is, consider the case of concentrically loaded column pinned at one end and clamped at the other end. Derive the equation for the deflected shape and the critical buckling load. So okay. Like data given is the rod beam is clamped at one end and pinned at another end. Here it is pinned and here it's clamped. Yeah. So what we will do that first we will make some FBD at go at a distance x, and due to force at end B, this is P force, deflection occur in this direction. Let us assume that deflection is y. Also here it is pinned, so a horizontal force will be applied, and it is here it's clamped. So to maintain this force horiz- uh, vertical force in upward direction will be applied in similar magnitude of p, and a momentum is applied here. Means it that's internal momentum due to make it in equilibrium. Now momentum at section x, here we go at a distance x and take a section. So momentum will be my is equal to minus py plus h l minus x. So my is equal to ei d2y by dx square. This is from Euler's theory. Now equating these and this, we will get ei d2y by dx square is equal to minus py plus h l minus x. Now arranging this equation, we will get our final equation as like something like this: d2y by dx square plus p by ei y is equal to p by ei h l minus x into p. Now the solution for this differential equation will be this one here, that is y equal to c1 times cos under root p by ei x plus c2 times sine under root p by ei x plus h by p l minus x. Now for getting c1 and c2, we have two boundary condition. First one is at x is equal to 0, y and dy by dx will be 0, and at x is equal to l, y will be 0, like because here it's given that it's clamped and pinned at one end, so that's why y equal to 0. Now substituting x is equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in this equation, now we will get c1, not in this equation. Yeah, okay, sorry. C1, we will get c1 as minus hl by p. Now again, applying x is equal to 0 and dy by dx is equal to 0, we will differentiate this equation to get dy by dx. Putting this part, and we will derive c2 as h by p under root of ei by p. We got our c1 c2. Now our final equation will be y equal to minus h by p l times cos x under root p by ei plus h by p under root ei by p sine x under root p by ei plus h by p l minus x. Now for getting p, here it's also in question it's asked that we have to derive critical load. So for getting p, we will put our third boundary condition, that is at x is equal to l, y equal to 0. Now putting this one and rearranging it, like here it's cos something and sine something, so tan, we will get this tan l under root p by ei is equal to l under root p by ei. Now like here it's given a tan theta is equal to theta, so there can be infinite solution. So one of the first real solution for first mode of buckling will be this term. Let us say this is q, will be equal to 4.5 radian. Now this term is equal to 4.5 radian. Now we will get p as 20.25 ei by l square. So this will be our pcr, that is critical loading, critical buckling loading. This will be our pcr. Okay, now so till now we did a derivation type question. Now we will do some numerical type question. In this the question is, two columns are supported in as shown. Here two columns are supported, something like this. Now what should be ratio of L1 and L2 if both the column are to buckle simultaneously? Now ratio of L1 and L2 is R. So in this first column it's pin plus pin, and in this column it's clamped plus pin type condition. So for column 1, that is pin ends, pcr is equal to pi square ei by l effective square. So l effective in this case is l1, that no change, like no half or 0.7 times. And in case of clamp pin, pcr equal to pi square ei by l effective square. Here l effective is 0.707 times l2, that is this l2. So putting this one, and now it's given that simultaneous buckling is occurring. So cr in c1 equal to pcr in c2. Now equating this term and this term, we will get our l1 by l2 as 0.707, the ratio which is required for it. So yeah, this is the question on this topic, guys. Thank you.